Hello everybody, today I will show you how to play Dreamin by Demarco. I will show you the acoustic version and the studio version. This song is requested by these people. Thank you all for your lovely comments. First of all, I'm going to show you both the versions because the acoustic version is really almost the same as the studio version. The only difference is that the studio version has two guitars, and I will also show you the second guitar of the studio version in this video. So you got everything covered if you wanted to learn everything of the song. I will also do it a little bit different in this video because I won't play the full song in the beginning. You can divide the song in 3 parts really, and I will first tell you about every single part and give you some tips on how to learn and play it, and then I will play the full song for you to play along. As you can see, you have to put your capo on the 2nd fret, but first you gotta tune your guitar to open D tuning, so it should sound like this. And then you gotta put your capo on the 2nd fret. It's important that you first tune your guitar and then put the capo on, because it isn't that good for your neck, for your guitar neck, if you're tuning your guitar to open D whilst having your capo on it. So first tune and then put your capo on. Then if you want to play along with the acoustic version, you actually have to tune your guitar to 432 hertz. I won't do that because then I understand that some people might not have a tuner that allows them to do this, so I will just play it in the normal 440 hertz. And if you want to play along with the studio version, you're almost fine by doing it just in 440 hertz, but I think it's playing in 444 hertz. So we're playing an open D tuning, which is really now open E tuning thanks to the capo. Yeah, because this is open D tuning, and so this is open E tuning, this is open F tuning, etc. So we're really playing an open E. I'm using the guitar tabs I found on Ultimate Guitar Tabs, so I'll put a link in the description. I might adjust them a bit, but yeah, I saw they're really good tabs, and so I will use those tabs to explain to you how to play it, because some parts do need a little bit of extra explanation to play them correctly. So first of all, I will play the first part. I will divide the song in 3 parts, which repeats itself. So you have this intro, which is the same as the interlude and the outro, then you have the verse part, and then you have the chorus part. So there are only 3 parts really that repeat themselves. So what I'm going to teach you first is the intro, which is the same as the interlude, which is the same as the outro really. So yeah, I will play it first and then I will explain it to you a little bit more in detail. So yeah, that's the first part I will teach you. I won't do it too detailed because I'm very bad at explaining it too detailed, but I will try to explain it as clear as possible. For the first part, it's important that you keep your middle finger here on the 7th fret relative to the capo, and your index finger on the 6th fret relative to the capo of the 3rd string. And then your ring finger over here, as you can see in the tab. What's mostly important that you shouldn't stress too much about playing it exactly like the tab, because Demarco sometimes lets the open strings ring like this, and sometimes he does it like that. Yeah, and then the rest of the stuff that is going on with your pinky. So. And it's also important that you don't ring the bottom string, because that doesn't sound nice with this chord. So you do gotta mute that one, or not hit it. The bass line, what's going on with your right hand, is very important. So there's more bass going on than other notes really. Almost after every note you gotta hit the bass line, and once you got the bass line really going on, you get the flow of the strumming pattern, and the rest will go by itself almost. So. Then the second time you're playing this, you see that there's a 7 noted after playing this, but I don't think that's necessary to play. It's nicer maybe if you just stop and then go. And also with this chord, it says that you have to play only this bottom 7th fret, but It's also very nice if you hit the bottom strings instead of only the bottom string. So that's again, the chords are very interpretable for how you like it. So that's the introduction, the intro and the interlude and the outro. Don't worry about it if you can't figure it out at the beginning. Just try to play it slowly. Try to really listen to especially the bass notes. After he did this, he goes into the verses, the verse part. And what's important now, between every chord, it's important that you really slide the bass line to the next chord. So like this. And you see? It's also noted in the tab. But that's something that's very hearable, especially in the acoustic version. So then it goes to the verse, and I will play the verse now. So yeah, that's the verse, and again the bass notes are very important in this one. Well, they're as important as the rest of the song, but they're really the thing that is keeping the rhythm going. Following chords, it's important that you really keep the second fret of the E string, your middle finger, and your ring finger on the second fret of the G string. And again, it says in the step that you have to play exactly these two notes and this one, but it's okay if you hit more the bottom strings, play in a more chord way rather than a single note way, so like this. You see, that also sounds nice, so don't be too picky on yourself. Then it slides again, so, and then again this slide is really important. And then it does the same thing again, but instead of putting your pinky on the bottom string, you have to put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the B string. And it says bend, but it's not really a bend, it's more of a vibrato thing. It's more like, yeah, it is kind of a bend. And you can, I think it's nice, easiest if you bend it downward, so. It has this more. And then again it hits, so. Now it is kind of important that you really only hit these two strings. It's okay if you hit the bass note with it, but it's nicer if you only play these two. And then you have to play the 3rd fret on the D string, which is okay if you also hit this note with it, that's totally fine. And you can play this open D thing twice. You can also do it once. And then it repeats itself. And also when you're going from this chord, again it's important to keep the slide really going. The 4th time you're playing this stuff, it's important that the last time, instead of doing this, you're doing this. So I will show you what I mean. Then you go to the chorus. So yeah, so you play it first 3 times by ending with this, the verses, and the last time you end it with this. And then now we will go to the chorus. It's not that difficult compared to the rest of the stuff, it's mostly chords, so. Yeah, the chords aren't that difficult. What maybe be a bit more difficult is the slide that he does sometimes. He does that really in the acoustic version. In the studio version he doesn't do that as much. He does that after he plays. And again in this tab it says that he plays this. 2 times. I normally play it once, so that's also something that you don't necessarily have to do. And also the sliding is not that necessary in the studio version. I think he doesn't do it, so don't worry too much about it. Yeah, I think that mostly speaks for itself, the chorus. Yeah, and the last time you're playing the chorus, so the 4th time you're playing this, it goes like this. So he just does that at the end, instead of, he doesn't do this anymore. So you're just playing it a little shorter than normal. Yeah, I think I have everything I talked about what I wanted to talk about. I will now show you, I will just play the full song and you can try to play along. Yeah, so I hope that helps too. Now I will show you the part of the second guitar that's used in the studio version. The second guitar is just tuned in normal tuning, in standard tuning, so no open D, and you still have to put your capo on the 2nd fret. And again, tune your guitar whilst your capo is off, so not on. Yeah, and I will show it to you now how the song is played with the tabs, and I hope everything is clear. Oh, and the second guitar doesn't really play during the intro and the interlude and the outro, so I will first show you the second guitar of the verses, and then I will show you the second guitar of the choruses. So yeah, that was the verse tab. Now I will show you the chorus tab. So yeah, that's how to play the song, the chorus, and yeah, that was this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or song suggestions, leave them in the comments. I hope everything was clear, and I hope to see you next time.